Okay, so today we have Morrissey and Born to Hang. It's quite the title right there, a very grabbing title. And this is a song that I guess was a demo. It was demoed, it was never finished, never really polished up. But it does say here in the title of this this video, ready for release in parentheses. So I don't know if this is I guess a polished up version or what. I do also know there is a longer version that is not polished up at all, but I went with this one. 2 minutes, 39 seconds. Let's get into it, talk about it after. Born to Hang. I mean, Morrissey's really good with titles, so let's go. Bouncy. Sounds familiar. All right, there it is. My God, I forgot how short the song is. So Morrissey and Born to Hang. So I gotta say, like I did say when it started off, so bouncy. Oh my goodness. And full of. I mean, this is very rockabilly. Has a very big rockabilly feeling. And I do know that Morrissey has done songs like this before, and he's I think is a fan of rockabilly. And I'm a big fan of rockabilly, psychobilly, all the billies. And I mean, I really enjoyed the passion here. I mean, my God, the energy, the urgency, I would say as well, the bounciness again, and just how lively it felt. And again, if this was ever finished or polished up, whatever you want to say, I mean, it has potential in my mind. I mean, my God, because even with this this version, this demo, whatever you want to say, I mean, it still struck a chord in me. And the lyrics here, I feel like are so deep and meaningful. I didn't expect them to be so deep and meaningful, I guess, for a song that's less than 3 minutes, and again, that was never finished. But we'll get to the lyrics soon. But just from what I heard, yeah, it just seems so so intriguing, I guess you would say, and so interesting in that way too, and very self-deprecating at points too, which I mean, I don't that's not surprising when it comes to Morrissey here. But again, as I see here on Passions Just Like Mine, I just want to read this part, because why the hell not? Song Genesis and Facts. The song was written at some point in 1990. I do believe I did see another part where it said that it was demoed by Morrissey in February of 1992. So there you go. But was never finished or released. I mean, yeah, we know that much. Anyway, then we go on here. It says, yes, it was done here with producers Clive Langer and Alan Winstonley, I guess you would say, alongside other material that was meant to appear on a planned rockabilly mini album. Now that's very interesting to me, that he was planning to perhaps do a mini rockabilly album. And again, Morrissey has done these kind of songs before, so that would have been interesting, but I guess he never did. It never came to fruition. Because then it goes on with this next part. Those plans were shelved. The other material recorded at the same session was mixed and released on subsequent singles, but not Born to Hang. So I don't know, I guess maybe Morrissey lost interest, or he didn't really care about the song. But again, I feel like there's some potential here. I mean, I don't know. Again, with these lyrics especially talking about the sanctity of life, and how the narrator here, or Morrissey, whatever, goes against that, and is not interested in other people, what other people do at all, or what they find happy. But so I don't know, it felt so important in that way. So anyway, but again, it just nothing ever happened, I guess. But anyway, musicians on the track, just to talk about them as well. Boz Borer on guitar here. Mark Nevin, or Neven, I never know how to say it, is on guitar too, but Mark's on guitar. Alan White, it says, according to some sources, is on guitar. That's put in parentheses. And Johnny Bridgewood on the double bass. Not just the bass here, but the double bass. And obviously that has a big part of the rockabilly feeling that you get. And again, Johnny Bridgewood, I mean, I love him as the bassist. Oh, my light turned off behind me, but we'll continue on anyway. But yeah, double bassist here for Johnny Bridgewood. And again, I don't know why I couldn't tell. I feel like I should have, now that I think back to what I just heard. But anyway, a big important part of the track. And then Andrew Parisi on drums. Now, Andrew, holy moly. The drumming here, it's not like he's going nuts like a Keith Moon or Ginger Baker or whatever the frig, but like, he's so straightforward, I would say here. And the music, I feel like, just to say, is also kind of straightforward, but again, there's such a bounciness to it. But the drumming here is just thunderous. It's loud as hell, and it almost overtakes this song. And I like that, though, because I do enjoy the drums probably the most out of any instrument. But anyway, so yeah, Andrew here was just, you know, he was just thudding. Is that a word? He was thunderous anyway, and it was unmissable. He was bold as hell. And again, from the get-go, that's, I think, the first thing you hear. And and again, it's pretty straightforward. He's playing for the song, you would say here. And the whole point, I forgot to mention, but that driving guitar, I would say, the kind of melody where the da 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 da, that whole part, I was like, what is? I said at one point, that reminds me of something. And I did see in the comments here people talk about how this song almost sounds like Rush Home Ruffians by the Smiths. And Morrissey has done that before, where he's taken a Smiths kind of song, and or in his solo career, he's taken a Smith song and kind of made it sound the same. Anyway, and I believe he's probably allowed to do that. I mean, he was in both the Smiths, and he's doing a solo thing, but I don't know if he gets sued for that or not. But either way, Rush Home Ruffians, yes, that comes to mind. But also, I don't know, I'm thinking of like the Knacks, My Sharona. I don't know why that comes to mind. Or even Elvis Presley's Marie's a Name, his latest Flame. That song, that the same kind of guitar work, that's coming to my head. I don't know why, but I feel like those are the songs that I am thinking of, but I don't know if that makes sense or not. But the whole time when I heard the da 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 da, I was just thinking, why does it sound so familiar? But anyway, there you go. But yeah, again, bouncy as hell, energetic, lively, like I said, kind of fiery. His vocals here, again, I like how they're so bare bones, and I know some people don't like that, where it's so bare boned or whatever, and again, it needs to be finished, but, and of course, yes, it does, whatever, but, and maybe it never probably will be, but I don't know, I like the raw feeling you get from this. It's just how there's voice cracks in there. By the end too, he goes up to a higher register, and again, he sings with so much reassurance, I would say, and so much, I don't know if it's say happiness, whatever, that he knows his life's going to end. And I don't know what the whole talk about what the song's really about. Are we talking about specifically, literally, you're born to be hanged? You're born to, with all the pain you go through, all the stuff you've had in your life, depression. I think about Morrissey, I guess you would say depression, anxiety, whatever the hell, these mental health issues that you have. You know you're not going to last long. Your time's going to be shorter than other people, either by your hand or you're going to be executed. I don't know, and hanged. Like, that comes to mind. So anyway, all this stuff, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, that just comes to mind. It's so interesting. It's so intriguing. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what my initial thought was there, but either way, it's so intriguing in that way. And just talking about being born to hang. Yeah, you know you're just going to have, I guess, a shorter time on Earth than other people, but you're happy about it. I guess that's where I was going, yes. But you're happy about it. You're looking at the bright side of it anyway. I mean, again, it's so self-deprecating, but I expect nothing less from Moz, as they say. So anyway, go on to these lyrics now. So why not? I am born to hang. I mean, yeah, there you go. Straightforward, the first line. There you go. Well, well, it's all healthy news. Again, you think about, well, that's not really healthy news, but I guess to the narrator here, or to Morrissey, however you want to say it, it is. Anyway, and in a nutshell, this means that I never have to live like you. Again, it's great that I'm born to hang, because it at least means I'm never going to be like you. And of course, I think of like the Alan Parsons Project. I wouldn't want to be like you. That song comes to mind, the same kind of vibe there, which again, just so it's such an FU to whoever he's talking about here, or he could be talking about multiple people, or he could be talking about these people in the next part. I am born to hang, but not to have kids, and never to be wed. No, to someone who I don't even love. Again, I'll never go through that charade. Or like I said, is he talking about the people that enjoy that, who think that having kids and think that being married is so important? And he's trying to say, you know, in the earlier part, I'll never have to be like those people who think that's important. And and anyway, and as myself, I mean, I don't think I want any children, and I don't think it's going to happen either way anyway. So, and then we go on, yeah, to someone who I don't even love. Again, I'm never going to go through that that whole fake thing or whatever, you know, to be with someone who I'm not even in love with and just am there because, oh, look, we're married, whatever the hell, go through all that. Anyway, hang the noose, it'll eventually come loose. And he goes on to the next part later on when he says, hang the noose, let it not be loose. So it's just like, as he's saying, it'll come loose at one point because he'll take it off from around my neck. And because after it has been tightened and I'm dead. So anyway, but anyway, eventually it'll come loose. I mean, yeah, okay. So I mean, we're talking literal here. When you're born to hang, time is so strange. Because again, time, I feel like maybe time is of the essence. You take time more seriously than others because you know that you're going to be hanged, I guess, at some point. And again, your life is not going to be as long as others. Again, I don't know, by your own hand or what's going on here. Or are we talking about it literally? Are we talking about the music business? I don't know what the hell. Anyway, and love doesn't come. No, and of course it doesn't. I mean, we're talking about a Morrissey song here. No love ever comes, or it's unrequited love. Or if it comes, then it comes too late. Because of course it does. I mean, my God, Morrissey. I mean, he's hitting the ball out of the park here lyrically, as he usually does with a song like this, with these kind of themes. And the song that we sing, it rings in our heads. It's flowing with dread. Because that's all that we know. And when he said that, I was like, are we talking about like at a song that you hear at like a funeral? Because again, we're talking about he's been hanged and he's going to have a funeral perhaps. I don't know. Or are we just talking about, is it really a song, or are we just talking about being in our own heads and what we hear and just calling that a song? I don't know. And of course, dread comes to mind here. There's obviously a lot of negativity here. This is a very dark song, very dim anyway, you would say. And then hang the noose. Let it not be loose. Again, let it not be loose. So it goes around my neck and I get the hell out of here. When you're born to hang, time is so strange. That comes back in again. And again, you need that kind of repetition. And the song that we sing, it sings in our heads and it's flowing with dread, because of course it is. And then the last line here, and the world is flowing in our head. Again, a lot of talk about flowing, a lot of talk about being in your own head. And that seems to be a big part here. Again, I feel like these lyrics are very introspective, are very intriguing in that way. And that's why I wish he would have done something more with this, just because of these lyrics. I find them so intriguing, like I said multiple times now. But yeah, the world is flowing in our head. In our head, there's a world going on in everyone's head. And it's different from everybody else that we see every day. And again, it just seems like Morrissey's going after these people, going after and talking about being in your own head. What's going on in your head? The importance of whatever that is could be not important to other people. I don't know. It's just, so yeah, I don't know. Just talk about your being in your own head is obviously a big part of this song. The world is flowing obviously in everyone's heads, but it's different in everyone else's head. So anyway, that all comes to mind. So anyway, leave your comments down below if you want, but what you think about the song and all that stuff. And again, I know that this is not a big track, whatever the hell, but I thought I've already reacted to it. My God, because I've that title just seems so grabbing, and I feel like I've done it, but I guess I never did until now. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. Thanks for coming back for another Morrissey Friday. And yeah, thanks for the support. So I'll talk to you guys again soon.